The schools will no longer be classified as national, extra-county, or sub-county. Instead, classification will be based on the pathways that each school offers. The three pathways, as you are aware, are STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, social science pathway, and the arts and sports science pathway. Categorization of schools will also be based on the type of accommodation of schools, whether they are boarding or day, and the new framework is learner-centered and aims to empower students to pursue their passions and talents in a structured, supportive environment. With Mary Hill's strong academic performance, diverse co-curricular activities, expansive facilities, and dedicated staff, clearly it puts this institution on a firm footing to offer all the three pathways. This would enable students to explore STEM fields, engage in humanities and social sciences, or pursue their artistic and athletic talents. It will also help you get a lot more infrastructure. In January 2026, we will welcome the first cohort of the CBC into grade 10, the senior school. This calls for readiness in terms of infrastructure, teacher training like the Bishop has said, and curriculum implementation. Mary Hill Girls School must prepare to not only maintain its tradition of excellence, but also lead the way in delivering the competency-based curriculum in a transformative way. So last year, we had 246,000 students getting C+ and above out of 965,000. I think about a month and a half ago, we had somebody writing in the Standard that the government is not going to be able to take care of these 246,000 students. Let me disabuse you of that notion. The government is not only going to take care of the 246,000, but it's going to take care of more than 305,000 students, because what has happened is we have 305,000 spaces in the universities. So the portal opened on Friday and we extended the applications to the students from 2020 onwards, so that even those who for one reason or another previously had not been able to apply to go to university, now you have a chance to do it. And the government is going to ensure that you remain in school. That because there's been an issue around the funding model, and we've worked on that funding model continuously from September last year. The report is ready. I think this week or next week you'll be doing public participation on it, on the issues of the appeals. You'll see some advertisement coming out. We are going to ensure that no student is left behind. In fact, the truth of the matter is that when the funding model had challenges, we had discussions with the universities and we agreed that no student would be sent away or no student would not do the exams until we process the issues of appeals. And that happened. So just like you've done here in Mary Hill, where all the students were able to remain in school, the students in universities will remain in school. And I've assured the 246,000 plus that we're going to work day and night to ensure that that model places the parents' income as close as possible to what they earn, so that we can ensure that the students who come from vulnerable backgrounds are supported fully by government, and those who are able to pay their fair share. So we are working on it, and I can guarantee here that there is no student that is going to remain outside because of lack of resources. That is our work, and we are working very hard to ensure that each one of us benefits. To try as best we can to ensure that capitation is in schools before the schools open. I know it's a big challenge, but we are doing something about it so that it is there. We are trying to work out a process of ring-fencing this budget for capitation so that our schools don't suffer. And lastly, before I leave, because now I have the media, I did issue a directive a few days ago that no school, no principal, no head teacher should hold a certificate belonging to a student. Ladies and gentlemen, that directive is not idle. It is based on the law. It is based on Article 53, and there was a lawyer in the board. And it is also based on the Kenya National Examination Council Act 2012, Section 10, subsection 1B. And it states, no institution and no person should hold a certificate belonging to a student. Now, ladies and gentlemen, people have said that this directive has been given many times, and so nothing is going to happen. I assure you something is going to happen. If you hold, I will take action, both disciplinary and legal. Disciplinary, the TSC know what they have to do, and I'm holding them to account. But on legal, when you look at the certificate you are holding in your office, it will be bearing the name of the student. You have no contract, you have no agreement with the student to pay school fees. The contract you have is with the parent. The agreement you have is with the parent. Umeshika cheti ya mtu mwingine ambaye hamuna uhusiano na yeye kwa maneno ya pesa. In terms of money, in terms of school fees payment, the child does not come anywhere. So, and you know, the government pays for the exams. The government pays Kenya National Examination Council for the examination. You don't pay, the parents don't pay. So you have no reason at all. So please release them before something gets you along the way, which might impoverish you, because if we file a suit, you will have a lot of problems. You are holding a certificate for 10 years, the child never went ahead, we'll do something we call quantification of the loss and loss of mean profits. You will have a big problem. So don't go into that space. Call them, in fact, call the parents to come and pick the certificates. Don't even wait for them to come. Your security would be if you've already issued notice to the parents to come and pick and they have not come. Then that means we are waiting for them. But don't send them back and say the minister is not the one who is going to pay this money. Or it's a political statement. I don't make political statements. Those ones I did when I was campaigning. These ones are legal policy statements based on law and based on policy. And the TSC is aware of that fact.
The government, through the Ministry of Education, the Infrastructural Development, the FSDE capitation, though we still appeal for more support. We are in a dire need of a multipurpose hall to cater for the CBC Art and Sports Science pathways. Our perimeter wall, sir, to enhance our security. When you look across, you can see that we are in dire need of completion of perimeter fence. We may also need to expand our computer labs for effective.
And now, before I close, Honorable CS, we appeal to the government, one, to continue consulting widely before implementing guidelines on selection and placement of learners to senior schools. Second, we appeal timely disperse capitation in basic institutions of learning so as to ensure proper learning is taking place. And that ensure that the tooling of teachers, particularly in senior school, is effectively and timely done.
The Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, and our chief guest, the parent and guardians, or the student, bishop. As it has been stated, today is a great day. Therefore, your Lordship, it is important then recognizing what God has done.
Favor, I have answered you to apportion the desolate heritage, saying to the prisoners along the ways, on all their watching wind, not sun, way, and my highways shall be raised up. Break forth, O mountains, into singing. I will not forget you. The word of the Lord.
You are good. So today is a great day for this school that has kept somebody you have helped and failed to thank you how you feed the history of your life. That's the book that you have written.